Well, it's January 13th, 11:33 a.m., and I've got an idea today because I always talk about making the most out of your day a lot and things along that concept. So, today, something changed my plans. I have more free time today, basically, than I plan to have. So, what I'm going to do to make the most out of my day, or attempt to do, is I'm going to sit here. It's almost noon, and I'm going to make a song. I'm going to start with the beat that I'm gonna write, and hopefully get to recording and everything before the day's done, or at least before morning. The day's not done till it's done, right? But we're gonna see how it goes, and that's my aim. I'm just letting you know what I'm going for, and about to get to work. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. One love. Okay, so right now I'm gonna start laying down some drums, and we're gonna go from there. Well, it's go time. About to drop a little synth here to do the hook, and then it's pretty much mixing and arranging, and I'm pretty much got the beat under wraps, and it's about 12:11 right now. Actually, 12:11 on the dot. So that's what's up. Let's do it. So basically, I got the gist of everything I'm pretty much going to implement in the beat. There might be a couple little effects there. I don't know, a little bit of pads or something, ambience in the background. I might throw in somewhere along the way. I don't know just yet. But as it stands, it's basically arranging and mixing left. And I'm not really going to film the whole entire process, but I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if you'll be able to see much on the screen. You can't really tell much because the lighting or whatever. But I'm gonna kind of talk through quickly for a minute or so what I'm doing essentially. And basically, what I'm starting out with right here is I've got enough for the hook. So I've got 8 bars there. Technically, well, it's 16 bars, but it's double time. It's at 120 beats per minute, but it's double time formatted, so the actual pace of the drums is actually 60 beats per minute. But what I'm doing is I have it essentially 8 bars right now for the entire chorus for the hook. And then what I'm basically going to do is hit Control D in Pro Tools, and that's going to duplicate that same amount. And I'm doing that twice, so that gives me another 16 bars, and that's enough for the hook, or for the verse after to come in after the hook. So what I'm going to do right there is drop out the hook synth for that entire section, and then initially, yeah, I've got a hook and a verse right there. So I'm going to duplicate that again, Control D after I highlight it all. And then now I have 2 hooks, 2 verses. And once again, I'm going to duplicate that so just to get the 3rd hook in there. And I'm going to delete the rest of that. And what I usually do, I like to duplicate the hook. and usually I can make it there. I'll section that section off for either an 8-bar bridge in between two hooks. But for this slower type of track, I don't really think I'm going to do that. I think it's going to carry on. I'm just going to drop it out to repeat the hook again, and it's going to fade out from there. So that's why I repeated the hook again for that part after the 2 verses. And that's initially it. Throughout there, I'm going to drop out some drums and different arrangements or whatever along the way to carry along the track, and probably throw a little bit on for an intro. But that's initially how I rough out a beat. I take my concepts. I try to build the whole beat up to the hook or whatever, or the busiest part of my song. I try to build that first, and then I break everything down from there, and that's my process. And you got to see a little bit more of it, and yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Like, from here on out, I'm gonna carry on writing and vibing out to the beat a little bit, and that's pretty much that aspect. I'm doing pretty damn good for the time. Actually, it's 12:15 right now, and yeah, I'm probably gonna smoke a little trees and have a little cigarette, maybe grab some eats while I write and everything, and I'll include y'all in a little bit more of the process along the way. One love, everybody. So far, so good. So right now, before I get to all that next breaking and shit, I haven't gone to do anything yet, but I'm just touching up, throw a little bit of EQs and a couple little different effects on the instruments as I go, and adjust the levels, and I do a lot as I go, and then after I got everything done, I go back and kind of look at everything from a whole and kind of tackle things again. But so far, yeah, I just kind of do what I do, and I keep moving forward, and that's what I'm doing right now, just giving them. What's good? So just having a smoke break. It's cold as fuck out still, but it's a beautiful winter day still, as far as winter goes for me anyways. But for me, smoking is become part of my creative process, especially when it comes to writing. So that's why I figured I'd make this little clip and include it in this little segment, because I don't know, something about especially having a cigarette, I think it just gives me that couple minutes that I need to just recharge a little bit, air out. And plus I do find a spiritual connection within smoking itself, so that I feel like it makes me feel more in tune with nature, more in tune with the universe, and more connected to the creator. And that's all I'm going to say for now. So I've made a couple adjustments and arrangement changes and so on and so forth. There'll probably still be a few more to go before I end up finishing the track and everything. But I've gotten a couple little hook ideas bouncing through my head. I usually don't really write anything until I know exactly what I'm going for, and it just hasn't quite hit me yet. But I'll show you right now the little arrangement I made. The changes anyways, so it's just a little breakdown difference for the hook. It's a little bit different, so here. That's how it goes in. I got the little drum breakdown there, and then it goes into the verse here where I'll be dropping. And yeah, so that's where it stands for now. As far as actually writing, I more so do it in my head, and then I jot it down in my phone, which I'm recording on, so I won't be recording that much. But I'll touch back again. I'll touch base again soon. What's up, everybody? What's good, everybody? So Little update. Big plan shift. So I was feeling a little pooched earlier after getting the beat. I did a lot of different things on the creative end, and it kind of left me a little spent. So I set my alarm for 2 hours at like 1:30, 2 o'clock to take a 2 hour nap. And I woke up at 10, really. Like, I remember waking up a little bit in the meantime, but yeah, I woke up at 10 o'clock at night, so it's one of those feelings that's a little off, but basically because I slept through that time, it's time to play catch up. So I've been sitting here with the beat going on in my headphones, and I got the hook idea down in my head, so it's come together. At least that's one step. I'm going to get crushing on some verses so I can wake up and record, and I actually still think even with sleeping all that time away, that I'm still going to end up crushing it. I feel spent, but like, I feel like I'm still gonna be able to knock it out for within the 24 hours, and I think that's pretty blessed. So I'm aiming for that, and that's what I'm working for. But it's funny because like, as much as I don't like do anything physically strenuous or a whole lot, like creative stuff is very draining on the mind, and on top of that, like juggling my two babies and everything, a lot back and forth, and juggling life and everything as well, it comes into play. But basically, it's draining, and yeah, I definitely slept more than I planned to. It's gonna fuck me up for tomorrow a bit. So basically my plan right now is to try and get these verses done, and then I'm gonna try and probably smoke myself some ganja and go to sleep so I can wake up at a decent time, record, and kind of keep with a regular schedule still, because that shit fucks me up. And I need my like waking up normal times and waking up early and starting my days off right is kind of key for my routine. So it's not to say like I'm not happy that I passed out for that long, It messes with things a little bit in my head anyways, but it's just adapting to it and keeping it going, and that's what I'm doing. So I got the hook down. It's in my head. I haven't written it down yet. I don't know if I will. I usually don't write my hook down. Once I got it in my head, it's kind of there, so I kind of vibe with it when I record, and then I write my verses. So that's what I'm gonna get to doing, and hope everybody's having a blessed night. It's 11:18 p.m. and I'm clocking in the night shift. So it is 12:11 a.m. So pushing up on 12 hours. Basically, I got the beat done, I got the hook done, and I just finished the first verse. So I got all of the first verse written, and yeah, now I'm going on to the second. If I crush it in the same amount of time, I can probably be in bed by like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Then that'll allow me to be up for like 7, probably 8 o'clock, and give me enough time to record. And I bet you I can. I think I'll have a record to get a little graphic in and get everything done. I think I'm gonna do this. So let's get it. Okay, so gonna give y'all a little update. It is 2:23 a.m. and I am still writing away. So last time I talked, I had a hook ready and a verse, but essentially like some shit changed my vibe along the way, and it kind of brought me to a new hook, and which led right into me writing a new first verse. And now I'm kind of halfway in between, debating. Like, I've kind of taken the verse that I had initially, and some parts of it are kind of giving me the ground working to get the second verse done for the new vision for the song. So it is 2:44 on the dot, and I am fucking done writing. Yeah, pretty much I ended up just using the first verse I had. I'll get more in depth tomorrow when I wake up and talk more about it. I need to at least get a couple hours of sleep so I can wake up, even if it's at like 4 or 5 that I wake up. I just need to wake up at a normal time and get reset so I can get to work and make the most of my day tomorrow. Good morning. It is 7 a.m. and I passed out probably around like 3:30 a.m. Woke up just now, like literally 2 minutes before my alarm went off, and I'm getting back at it. So I'm gonna rehearse this song, do a couple of things for my Instagram account and shit, because it's Monday and still gotta get things going elsewise. The grind doesn't stop. And yeah, that's what's up. So I'm just getting up and getting going. Yo, what's good? So I've just been rehearsing a little bit. I'm ready to record. I thought was gonna be able to get some footage of the recording through like an old busted Android phone I had, but I tried to turn it on and it's not working. So I need this phone that I'm recording everything on for my verse. So basically, I'm going to snap back once I have the verses recorded and the hook recorded, and then I'll bring back some footage while I'm mixing everything, and I'll touch base then. Bless up. It's going down. Okay, so it's 9:23 a.m. and I am finished recording. I got the verses done. Actually, I still have to record the hook, so I forgot about that. I need to go back and do that quickly before I really get into all the mixing and shit. So I got all the verses done, the overdubs on the verses, and a couple of, like, one little accent track. I'm still probably gonna throw in some ad libs, but I'm gonna take some time to sit in the track while I'm mixing it and listen to it a bit back more and everything. But I'm gonna record the hook, then we're gonna get into that, and you'll be a part of that. So blessed up, just giving an update. What's good, everybody? Hope everybody's having a blessed day. We're getting it done. This is going down 24 hours from start to finish. The song is gonna be ready to go. Bless up. Okay, so it is 9:30. Hook is recorded. It's all recorded now, at least. There's maybe an ad-lib track that I might do. Still not too sure how the effects are going to go and where everything's going to play out yet, but I'm going to get to that. Basically, it's 9:30. I'm finished recording, so I'm going to have a little smoke break, probably grab a bite to eat, and then touch base back again, and... Oh, yeah! And then we're going to get into the mix a little bit, so... Bless up, everybody. It's going down. So I'm just back from my smoke break now, and what I'm gonna get to do here is a little bit on the mixing. Oh, excuse my ass, but well, that was my mouth, but okay. But what I'm gonna start doing, really, and probably one of the first things I always do, really, before I even get back into listening to it or anything, I go through and I take all the little silences out and the little sounds and, like, the spots in between where I'm pronunciating and the little breathing spots in between on the vocals and stuff that I don't really want to come through on the final mix. So what I'm going to do is that. And what I usually do for that, I don't know if you can really see, I'm going to bring this camera closer to the screen here. Actually, maybe if I go to this side, you will get a better view. There, that should be good. So essentially what I do is I magnify everything. And then all these little spots right in here, I'm going to click it off the grid so it doesn't go to the time markers. And I'm just going to zoom in this way a little bit more. Not that much. That should be good for what I'm trying to do. And then delete that. And these are all the little areas of, like, dead air and little breath marks usually, and just different background noise that you don't want in the final mix. So what I'm going to do essentially is remove them all. Oh, I just shifted everything a bit. Control Z is undo on Windows. And then that little spot there, that looks like a breath mark to me, so I'm gonna cut that out too. These little hiccups there, those are usually background noise. And this is what I do. It takes a bit of time. It's not too bad, but it does take some time. That looks like a breath mark there. Get that little fucker out.
Oh yeah, I keep it real. Oh yeah, I keep it real. Ain't got no time to front. Not the type to talk shit, only blow smoke when I light the blunt. Oh yeah, if I sense.
That's the raw vocal there. But basically, this is what I do. I'm going to go through the whole track and do that. I'm going to stop recording right now just to spare on video time. But I will touch back on the next little bit of the process. So I hope everybody's enjoying the video so far. And from that point on, once I have all those silences out of the way, that is when I like to go into the mixer a bit. Or not in the mixer yet, sorry. Getting ahead of myself. I'm just going to zoom back out on everything now. And then now what I like to do, because there's a couple effects that I apply to the overall, all of them, like all the vocals. So what I'm going to do now is open up the audio suite, and I'm going to go into my equalizer. And what I'm going to do here is basically cut all the background noise out, like any background low end muffle, like airy shit. We're just going to get that out of the way right now. And now what that does, I like to do all my effects after cutting the silences and everything out, because like as much as I don't care for the EQ or whatever to remove stuff from it, but when I start enhancing things and boosting things in the mix or whatever, or amplifying and compressing sounds, that's when all those little sounds in the background will really fuck with things. And next what I'm going to do is I go to a compressor and I just level the vocals and boost them up with a bit of compression.
Yeah, I do this shit. What you think I'm playing? These ain't just words about my mouth.
10, 11 a.m. motherfuckers. So within the next hour and a half, I should probably have this touched up, bounced out. I'm gonna get a quick graphic and then bounce it up and put it on YouTube quick as fuck. Like I'm doing this shit. It's down to the nitty gritty. Okay. So it's 10:45 a.m. I've just created this little graphic here. I got most of the mixing done. I'm gonna make a quick little video out of that. Maybe make the oh yeah flash a couple times or whatever. Then trim it down to a square graphic for Instagram and everything, and to submit to all the stores and everything. And yeah, I'm hoping by 11:30 it should be online and live on YouTube, the song for everybody to hear. So y'all gonna hear it on there probably before you hear this, but anyways, that's what's up. It's 11:29 a.m. It is the 14th now, and it's 24 hours later, and the song is on YouTube now. It is on YouTube now. It's called Oh Yeah. It's a complete different beat playing in the background right now, but I've just been uploading shit and getting last little things done. Gonna get ready to submit everything to iTunes and Spotify and all that shit right now, but it's already on YouTube. It's done. Everything is done. Mission accomplished. 24 hours, beat, song, everything out to release. 24 hours scratch to this, and we're going with that. So bless up everybody. I hope. Oh yeah, I do this shit. I do this shit. Oh yeah, I do this shit. I do this shit. Oh yeah, I do this shit. I do this shit. Motherfucker trying to talk that talk, you don't walk that walk in the real no. Whoa, oh yeah, I do this shit. I do this shit. Oh yeah, I do this shit. I do this shit. Oh yeah, I do this shit. I do this shit. Motherfucker trying to talk that talk, you don't walk that walk in the real no. Whoa, oh yeah, I do this shit. What you think I'm playing? These ain't just words about my mouth. I live this shit, I'm saying, oh yeah, I keep it real. Ain't got no time to front. Not the type to talk shit, only blow smoke when I light the blunt. Oh yeah, if I said some shit, best believe I meant it. I value money, value time, I'm careful how I spend it. Oh yeah, I'm feeling good, my future looking bright. Old friends still live the same, all hooked on that white. Oh yeah, I'm working hard, all grind, no luck, boy. Wanna disrespect you, get neglect, cause I ain't one of these fuck boys. Oh yeah, I get it done, best believe
believe I gets it in. Grind in the morning sun and late nights like Letterman. Oh yeah, when you walk the walk you can tell who just talking. I grind on the weekend like girl I do it often. Oh yeah, I know what's up, make the most